हेलो एवरीबॉडी, कैसे हैं सब लोग? आई थिंक दैट let me just check if I'm live. So today we are going to discuss about a very important topic, and that is career options and what should I do, right? So we'll deal with that. I'll wait for more people to join in, and since everyone is okay, I think I'm live. Yes. So hello everybody. Since it has been raining in most part of India, there has been a power cut because of which I have not been able to conduct classes pretty efficiently. So I apologize to everyone for that. Let me start with this with an apology. Because of the power cut, I cannot get a good Wi-Fi, because of which I cannot do a class. That is actually the reason why as to I had to postpone so many classes and reschedule my classes on Unacademy. Hopefully that will not happen till the power cut issue is solved. So till then, I want you guys to take whatever you can from this video. So what I'm trying to say is that abhi 16th ko I think is the tentative date for the NEET results. So whatever your results are, you don't have to worry. Now why am I talking about career options? बहुत लोग सोच रहे होंगे कि we are not going to settle for less. If I don't get MBBS, that's done. My life is done here. I don't have a backup plan. Now here's the thing, guys. Whatever you call as a backup plan might be actually a very good career to look into, because no career and no subject in itself is less in any way. Okay, so let's start with what will happen once you're okay. Once your results are out, you guys will get to know your all India rank. ऑल इंडिया रैंक के बाद आप एक काउंसलिंग फॉर्म क्या करोगे? फिल करोगे. Yes or no? You will be filling a counseling form. आफ्टर फिलिंग दैट फॉर्म आपको पता चलेगा हिसाब से अपने कॉलेजेस फिल करोगे. फिर उसका आपको क्या आएगा? यू विल गेट अ मेरिट वेदर यू हैव गॉटन इनटू अ कॉलेज और नॉट. सिंपल. फिर ऑल इंडिया के बाद वी कम टू विच पार्ट? फिर ऑल इंडिया के बाद वी कम टू व्हाट? वी कम टू अपना ये state. So in state merit list, what happens is that you will get to know according to your domicile. If you are a domicile of Maharashtra, if you are a domicile of Karnataka, if you are a domicile of whatsoever state you live in, you have uska merit list. So फिर depending upon the category you belong, general category, SC, ST, you will get that ranking. फिर उसके हिसाब से आपको सीट मिलेगी. तो पहले तो मैं आपको ये बता दूं कि स्टेट का मेरिट लिस्ट आएगा, बिकॉज इसमें आपके चांसेस ऑफ सिलेक्शन इज मोर अनलेस एंड अनटिल यू हैव स्कोर्ड वेरी गुड. बट सपोज आप बीच में हो, इफ यू आर लाइक 560 और 570 वेयर यू आर कॉन्टेम्पलेटिंग कि मेरा होगा कि मेरा नहीं होगा, इन सच केस इन सिनारियोज आप क्या करोगे? You are going to wait for the state merit list like all of us do. We wait for the state merit list. Now, after the state merit list, what happens is we get the rank in the state. फिर state में जो colleges है उसमें आपका जो भी weightage है domicile का 80% weightage था इसमें around in Maharashtra. So according to the domicile, you guys will be given what? You guys will be given पहले ही fill करना है. That is but obvious. But I would also say that try for private if you can, because if you can. Why am I saying this? Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because firstly, I feel that NEET is overpopulated. Okay, and unfortunately, with so many increasing medical aspirants, we do not have enough seat in India. to actually fulfill every aspirant's dreams. There are around 16 lakh people giving the NEET medical entrance. So that is what I'm saying, is that if it is good to keep your options open. So if you are focused on government, try to get your focus on private, all right? If you can afford private. Now, private mein you can go through the fee structure and see ki 4-5 saal mein can you afford it. Let me tell you, it is an investment, right? It is an investment of whatever money you're going to put into this college for your education. Later on आप उसका double triple क्या कर सकते हैं? You guys can repay. There is no issue. Whatever money you're putting for education or in the name of education, always remember it's a good investment, because not only it makes you a doctor at the end of the day. You have a very good job security. Not only job security, you have very good knowledge. और आपकी life in a way is at a very safe place. So if you guys can try to maybe get into private, I think it is brilliant. Why I'm saying private? Because private and government come under the exam system conducted by the state. So for example, if you have MUHS in Maharashtra, it is conducting exams for both state, government as well as private. Okay, so आजकल कुछ difference नहीं है, because at the end of the day you are going to study whatever the material is. You are going to study. It is nothing like, I'm going to break this myth. It is nothing like government know more than private and private know more than government. Nothing like that. People think that private college doesn't have a study environment. Actually, nothing like that. Again, private में plus point ये है, you have a very good facility. Down point ये है कि yes, it can be out. It can also be very very expensive, but it is a good investment if you guys can stretch into it. And third part I want to say is that whatever you study in a med school is on you. It is not on the teachers. It is not around the people. Okay, there have been people from deemed universities, in fact, like Bharati Vidyapeeth, DY Patil, private colleges who have cracked NEET PG, who have become great doctors, who are a part of the MRCS London, who have gotten to John Hopkins University abroad, have gotten into AIMS as well. So all I want to say is that life doesn't stop here, right? Life never stops. It is your choice whether you have to keep life rolling or you have to stop, right? Nothing will change if you will not change the way you think, if you don't change your attitude, if you don't change yourself in a way, in case you're lacking in anything. We all are lacking in something. So you try for private if you can. ठीक है, अभी क्या क्या करोगे? You guys are going to wait till 5 counseling rounds. I think mop-up rounds तक, I wouldn't say 5, I would just say mop-up rounds. You guys are going to wait for mop-up rounds, all right? Now, for waiting till mop-up rounds, you guys have to know one thing, that mop-up round होने के बाद भी नहीं हुआ, so what are you going to do? That also we'll discuss, and what are the other career options other than MBBS that is equally rewarding and is equally important for the growth of you as well as for the country and what the country needs, right? So mop-up rounds hai. So mop-up, now you, one more thing. Before the mop-up round, when you're filling the form, don't always fill for MBBS. If you guys can do this, MBBS के बाद also fill the BDS colleges. I think you will get a BDS seat. Now, why I'm saying that? I'm saying that because किसी ना किसी को कभी ना कभी दांत का प्रॉब्लम होता ही है. You get it? Someone or the other suffers from a tooth problem, and almost everyone gets a root canal once in their lifetime. So here's the thing, BDS, in a way that India looks at BDS, oh, MBBS is great, BDS, nothing like that, honestly, because MBBS students, since I'm an MBBS student, I hardly know anything about the teeth or the head, face, and neck area. The BDS people, dental people study it in extreme detail. Or by the way, dental or MBBS, दोनों का syllabus same होता है. The books that they are used, biochemistry, anatomy, physiology, all of them are the same. So you are going to study the same thing. And then after BDS, you guys can go for specialization like maxillofacial surgery. BDS of Maulana Azad is still at a very high cutoff, and dental people earn so much. It is so good in anything that is related to a medical field. Anything that's related to the medical field is highly um, इकोनॉमिकल फॉर यू बिकॉज बहुत ज़्यादा फाइनेंशियल स्टेबिलिटी मिलती है इफ यू आर इन द मेडिकल फटर्निटी वन वे और द अदर सो MBBS के बाद you guys can definitely go for BDS, and BDS is amazing. There are such great doctors out there in Mumbai, Pune, where I live. I have seen such, they are, you have to study at the end of the day, right? It's the same syllabus, so do not um, put dental down. Please don't. It is just a stupid mentality amongst people that BDS is not good and BDS is somewhat less than MBBS. Nothing like that. In this world that we live in, we need everything. Okay? We need from the plumbers and the rickshawalas to we also need the doctors and the officers, right? We need everything. We work like that. We hold an economy like that. So always keep your options open. It will also help you to be happy and finding what you really want, right? We are told doctor, doctor, doctor because we are not shown what are the other career options out there. So after MBBS, you guys will apply for BDS. Now suppose when will you not apply for BDS? Now here's the thing: if you guys have been dropping for more than 4 years, I highly recommend, just for MBBS, I highly recommend go for BDS because, let's just start your life. There is, that's what I think. That's what I would have done. I don't know about you, but I would definitely say go for BDS. After doing BDS, there are more things और खुलेंगे एक ही चीज नहीं है just graduate first from a college. Now if you guys are planning to, you guys can give another drop, then go for MBBS. But after that, just keep this in your mind. If I don't get MBBS, I will take up BDS. Right? Now, regarding the other career options that I want to also discuss. So MBBS हो गया, BDS हो गया. Okay, you get MBBS, well and good. Please do try for BDS. And remember, I'm not putting BDS second. BDS is equally important, and it should be celebrated. Okay. Now, let's talk about what you are. Suppose there are many people who are very confused. They like maths also. They like biology also. So people who are from a mathematical background, you guys can try for this. Mathematical background, you guys can try for biotechnology. Biotechnology, again, as I said, if you are inside the medical fraternity, 100% there's going to be a financial security. So, most of the people look for that in future. Everyone wants to be financially stable. But as far as, but financial stability is not the only thing. It is not like आपको पैसे आ रहे हैं but you're not happy with your job. So I am daring you to find your happiness elsewhere as well. Why I'm telling you? Because किसी ने आपको बोला नहीं होगा कि किस जॉब में बहुत ज़्यादा खुशी है. Right? Because I think bachpan se, unfortunately, our parents just have three lines for us: law, doctor, and engineer. Right? We don't think otherwise. I think that that's the case in most of the scenarios. So even as a doctor or as an engineer, let me tell you one thing: you will be good at your job only if you bring something new to the table. Nowadays, nobody cares about your qualifications. They do at some point. But if your qualification cannot get anything new to the table, you will end up being mediocre like everybody else. But you want to do great. I'm sure all of you do. Everyone's watching me wants to. I want you to. But most of my, what do you call, viewers are droppers. So I understand your pain, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. And this is what I learned in my second drop. I knew कि if I don't get MBBS, I will have to change the way I think. Because the more drop years I was taking, I took 2 drops. So in that, I became extremely unhappy. I was struggling. I'm not going to lie. I was struggling big time. I was struggling more because I just refused to think of a backup plan. I got MBBS luckily. But if I hadn't gotten MBBS, I would have applied for BDS or gotten into biotechnology. Now let's talk about biotechnology. Biotechnology is offered by various institutes, and it is a brilliant, brilliant career to actually pursue. Because biotechnology का जो ask है, it is a lot abroad as well. So suppose आप एक university से biotech करते हो, and then you guys, once you graduate from a good college, have a good set of education. Always remember, knowledge is important. It is important. It gives you a lot of power. All right. So once you are doing a good set of good study well, whatever you're doing, do well. Even if it's a simple engineering, I wouldn't really say simple because my maths is not good. So for me, engineering wouldn't be simple. Even if it is simple, anything, you're doing arts or commerce or whatever you're doing, do it properly. Do it properly because you know what? It will help you somewhere in future. And that's what I'm saying because at the end of the day, it is all about what you bring new to the table. It is not about your qualifications. लोग आपके आपने किस कॉलेज से ग्रेजुएट किया है या आपको कितने मार्क्स आए थे या were you a gold medalist or not? No patient will care whether you're a gold medalist or not unless and until you treat the patient. Simple. कहीं आप एक पेशेंट को डायबिटीज के लिए ट्रीट नहीं कर पा रहे हो बट एट द सेम टाइम यू हैव अ गोल्ड मेडल इन फिजियोलॉजी doesn't make a difference, then you are not doing anything. That is not what we want. Knowledge should be there, but wisdom should be there as well. What is wisdom? I'm just going to quote this out. Knowledge is knowing that tomato is a fruit, but wisdom is that not putting the tomato in a fruit salad. Right? Use it as a vegetable. So that is what I'm talking about. Stay happy, try to enjoy life, try to look at the different options available because let me tell you, life is very short. Everything is mortal. One day, we all have to go. So that's what I'm saying is that try to stay happy. Nothing is like the dead end of life. Okay. So biotechnology is another thing. If you have because biotechnology, if you go outside, if you go to USA, you go to the UK, it has a lot of ask. And why I'm saying that till and even research in India might not be that facilitated, but if you do happen to go abroad after education, after your graduation, you guys can help in the biotechnology field. Biotechnology is so important. Like artificial intelligence, to robotic surgery आई है, right? Robotic surgery is about robots performing surgeries, right? And the doctor is telling the robot to do so. So artificial intelligence, robotic surgery was brought about by which fraternity? Biotechnology. So can you imagine how big that is? Now, what you can do is once you suppose you did biotechnology, after that you guys can go for MBA in hospital management, right? If you guys want to, as I said, anything in the medical fraternity is very good for your financial stability. Okay, and also I'm expecting that all of you all are interested in anything that's related to the medicine. So you guys can do biotech, then you guys can do hospital management. You guys can know how hospital में जो हमारे CT scans है, MRI machines है, who makes all those? It's the biotechnology, right? Who makes all those? Engineering and medical दोनों का knowledge. I think that is even a bigger thing. I think because without that हम कोई भी डिजीज को डायग्नोस करना काफी डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है unless and until we don't have MRI scans, unless and until we don't have CT scans, how on earth are we supposed to diagnose anybody? So you want to help? You guys can go for biotechnology, and in fact, if you do MBA, you guys can do business and you know I'm trying to tell you to keep your mind open and kind of open up your own business of trading these devices to hospitals, to doctors. Doctors will pay you to buy these for their hospitals. So automatically you will become at a higher level. You can be a great businessman or woman. So you see how things can happen gradually. So you guys are kids, right? You are surrounded by people who are one-minded. They are like doctor, 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 doctor. Oh my God, उसको कितने marks मिले? What is about this biology? What is chemistry में कितने मिले? Life is not and world is not that tiny. People are taking 5 drops for and they are not even graduated. They are, so I think that's a very struggling way of dealing with life. It's better that you look out, find out what your happiness is. I would have done that if this time I wouldn't have gotten into MBBS, because I decided that this is my 100% last drop I'm taking. After this, if it doesn't take me, then I can give this amount of energy and focus into something else as well, right? Fortunately enough, I'm a very diverse person. I like doing many things. So I would have able to find my happiness. Now with people who think that MBBS is the only thing, it is not actually. That is because you have not seen everything, right? जब तक कोई लड़की या लड़का कुछ खाना टेस्ट नहीं करेगा, उसको पता कैसे चलेगा what is their favorite dish? Simple as that. If the person has never tasted rabri or jalebi, she would never know, right, if she or he likes it or not. So that is the simple concept applied here. So I gave you three options: MBBS, BDS, biotech. Now if you go for other options like pharmacy, you can also go for I think pharmacy is great, because when you're doing pharmacy, you guys can actually do MBA or hospital management after your graduation, and can start your own pharmaceutical company. You guys know about the pharmaceutical company owned by Kiran Mazumdar, right? Even she wanted to be a doctor. When she didn't make it, she went into this fraternity, and she is in the Forbes list of the richest, right? And I think we all want that. So I just want to say that it is not the end. You don't know if anything else can make you happy, because you didn't try to think like that. And I'm telling you this बहुत confidence से, because I know what it is like. I have tried every coaching institute available out there. I have tried to talk to every people, every teacher, every coach, most of them in fact. They are so hell bent on one thing. And then when you look at the population, it is overpopulated. They are making this a very big deal when it is not a big deal. You know what I mean? I do not know why biotechnology is not celebrated in India, or BDS is not. Everyone needs a tooth root canal. दांत का दर्द कौन फिक्स करेगा? MBBS. अब BDS के पास जाओगे कि MBO, दांत का दर्द is very bad. पेन किलर से भी नहीं जाता. I'm just saying, it's even, I think, even in the colleges, I see that MBBS students, look at dentists and they be like, oh my God. Nobody wants to be a nurse in India. Why? You know why? Because I'll tell you something. Uh, in India, a nurse stays a nurse from the day that she's graduated, and from the day that she, till the day that she's working, her retirement, or whatsoever. And I think that is very wrong, because I just want to say that abroad में you have nurse, जैसे आपका BDS में specialization होता है, वैसे ही nurse का भी specialization होता है. And then after they graduate, they are at a higher level. In fact, there are nurse that gives anesthesia to the surgery patients, right? But in India, they are not allowed to do that. They just give IV. So, even MBBS people, doctors, they look at nurses and they are very, very, I think, distant towards them, which is very wrong. And I hope that people understand this. That, whatever you guys be, if you guys end up being doctors, remember this one thing: always give respect to every worker, because the entire backbone of medical fraternity is not just by doctors. It is a doctor would not be able to work properly, और नहीं तो कोई भी डॉक्टर अपना हॉस्पिटल नहीं चला पाएगा, कहीं नर्स नहीं होंगी उस हॉस्पिटल में, और कहीं ये नहीं होंगे, कंपाउंडर्स नहीं होंगे, और जो क्लीनिंग हो लेडी होती है वो नहीं होगी. लेट मी टेल यू, because a doctor cannot be a nurse as well as clean. And cleaning in hospitals is not like jhadu pocha, because hospital mein cleaning is another study that you do once you're a doctor. You know, because blood spills होते हैं, urine spills होते हैं, they are highly infectious, right? और वो जहाँ पे भी गिरते हैं उसका क्लीनिंग का एक प्रोसीजर होता है जो ये लोग को ट्रेन किया जाता है. So people look at that in a very, they look down upon such people, and I think that is very, very, very wrong, because without the help of these people, no hospital is going to run efficiently. So that is what I want to say. that never look down upon any career option, because कोई भी career option unfortunately उतना explode नहीं है, because we all are focused on one thing, right? If there were people जिन्होंने BDS लिया उसको बहुत अच्छे से किया, that we have so many dentists out here who are specialized in maxillofacial surgery, who work for the celebrities, perfect smile and stuff like that. They are doing so well in life. And I think we need to really talk about that, right? We don't talk about that because it's just one thing. It's either IIT or it is, engineering or it is doctor. Other fields are explored, we will be able to help each other, right? One is a doctor, one knows how to make hospital ke machines, both of them together make a beautiful hospital. That's what I'm talking about. It's about helping and being good at every job. And also because every job requires equal amount of mehnat and knowledge, right? Biotechnology will require you to know how the human body works, how the machine works, and how you can bring that together. And that in itself is, I think, brilliant. I think we need a lot of facilitation for that. So that's what I'm saying. You guys can go for research. If not research, research can take time, but if not, and it is also very costly to do research, it's better that you get into private if not. But research is good, you can do it later on as well, once you are a bit stable. And then what I'm saying, तो मैंने तीन के बारे में बात करनी है. Now let's talk about other options, like you have, you know um, commerce. Yeah, I am talking about commerce. As a medical student, I'm talking about commerce. You guys can do MBA. You guys can go for what? You guys can graduate, and then after graduation, you guys can pursue commerce and try hospital management and get into the medical field somehow. Many people who are owning hospitals are not doctors, right? You can do that. Or let's talk, that in itself requires so much work. To be a businessman or a woman requires so much love and work towards it. If you love medicine, then you can do this. If you're confused, then I dare you to look into what you really like and then do it in a way. Like, suppose I tell you what, you guys can try for UPSC. I think UPSC is also a great place to be in. To be any officer with the central government is very, very, I think, rewarding, and it's a highly respectable job to be in. Like IS officer, IPS, IRS. So once you graduate, you guys can do that, right? And then as an IS officer, suppose you become an IS officer, you can actually help the people in the district that you're given, right? And I think if you want to help people, you can go for that. So you see, so many things are opened up for you. You have UPSC, right? You have in UPSC, the best thing is that even if you are an IRS officer, Indian Revenue Service, which is highly respectable and a brilliant place to be in, you guys can still give the exam even though you are already an officer. So you see how you are secure. It's a government job, right? You guys can also try for defense, NDA. If anyone's interested in Army, Air Force, Navy, you guys can try for NDA. It is difficult, but it is another career option as well. So that's what I'm saying. Keep yourself open, keep yourself happy to the concept, give it love, give yourself love, give your life love. Say that whatever career I take in future, I'm going to be the best at it. And it will find its way. It will find its way. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. You want to be a chef? Go for it. Then you guys can do MBA in hotel management. And then maybe you guys can open your own hotel and be a great person after that. That's what I'm saying. There are so many things that you can study and do. You don't have to put your mind into one thing, even though you have tried your best, because unfortunately the exam that you're giving is a little bit overpopulated. But I don't want you to look at the I don't want you to look at the what. Okay, I don't want you to look at this, क्या बोलते हैं, the problems. Look at the solution, right? The biggest problem is the fact that you're unhappy. If you're unhappy with even being a doctor, I dare you to leave it. I really dare you to do that, because if you're unhappy as by taking MBBS, then it'll be hard for you to study throughout college, because it is a never ending ocean of knowledge and books and words that you have to keep reading every single day. We study literally 12 to 13 hours a day. I'm not lying. We really do, if we are really interested. But otherwise, so you guys can take a shortcut. But let me tell you, if in MBBS you take a shortcut, you're going to cost a patient's life. It's very, very important to really love what you do. And I cannot stress this enough. So, as far as career options are there, so many are there. You guys can try for CAT later on. There are CA, yeah, that's also brilliant in itself. You guys can take up law. Oh yes, I forgot about law. I have so many friends who are lawyers. Law is equal amount of studying as MBBS. Let me tell you that. And law is very interesting as well. Law में आपको debate करना होता है and all. I think debating is always fun. I think for me, you might not be interested in debating as such, but you know, law is very interesting. It is like any other thriller novel that you have to keep reading all your life. Do whatever you like. Law may also, there's criminal law, there's corporate law. Corporate law is so good. Corporate law where you're working as a lawyer for the company. And I think that law in itself is also great. So, you know, I'm not saying that nothing is called settling for less. I'll tell you how people motivate, right? Let me tell you that it is everything is a business. Everything is a business. It is not about talent nowadays. It is more about hard work. It is not about talent that much. You might have people might have an unfair advantage for their success by having a what? By having a talent. But let me tell you, if that talented person doesn't work hard, doesn't practice, it's very hard for that person to like actually you know bring anything new to the table or do well. आजकल के ज़माने में when you are looking at till now, one is it's very very important to be happy. It is important to be happy. It is important to take a break. It is important to take rest. It is important to do things that make you happy. Okay, by making happy, I do not mean a big my noting these words. Many people have come to mind. I don't mean that go, party with your friends 24/7. That makes me happy. Wala shit. I'm not telling. I am saying that always stay happy in what you're doing. By that, be responsible while you're being happy, right? Second, in career wise, I'm saying you have to stay happy in your career. Second is you have to work very hard. But when I say I work hard, I mean ki when you're working, you should be happy while working. So working hard doesn't mean ki you're working, but you're really, really unhappy with what you're doing. So do that, right? You do that. You work hard, you stay happy in what you're doing, and third, you always try to get better. The more refined you're trying to make yourself, you'll realize there's more work needed, and there is so much more to explore. And if you think that you do not have the choice, then you're wrong. In every part of life, you have the choice. You are a result of your choices. If I chose to be a doctor, that means I studied for MBBS, so I became a doctor, right? If I chose not to try for 2 years, I wouldn't have been a doctor, right? I am the result of my choices. But I knew when I took my second drop, I knew that I'm not going to waste so much energy because I had given my 200% in my exam. I am not going to waste more energy indulging into something that is not coming to me. I rather give so much energy into something else and bring something nice about that. And this thought keeps me excited every single day of my life. Try to find something new. ट्रेजर हंट किया है ना आप लोगों ने कभी ना कभी मजा आता है ना मेक योर लाइफ अ ट्रेजर हंट find treasure in everyday chores. Do not live a boring life. For me, boredom is punishment. So, according to myself, I'm telling you what you should do, what your career options are. But again, always remember one thing before I end this class, you have a choice to change yourself. The more happiness you have in your life, the better you're going to do. If you're not going to be happy with your job, if you're not going to be happy with what you're doing, if you're not going to be happy while you're preparing for NEET, let me be very clear. If you're not happy while you're preparing for NEET, you should not do it. That is why I decided I'm not going to take my third drop, because I had enough. Actually, when I took my second drop, it was a bit harsh on me because my life was a little held back. I had a lot of pressure on me. My health also was okay, it was not that great, but I did have a lot of pressure, and this pressure I put on myself. My parents were super supportive. Fortunately enough, touch wood, my parents were super supportive, so were my relatives and my friends. They stuck by me. And it doesn't matter if you don't have a friend, family, or anybody who supports you. Let me tell you, I support you. And if at all I can help anyone clear their head about career, I want to do that. आप लोग काफी young हो, ठीक है? कहीं आप ये सोच के चलोगे कि this is the end, MBBS is the end, engineering is the end. It is not the end. It is absolutely not the end. There are so many things you guys can do, so many things, and I want you guys to surprise yourself with your decisions, with doing something better in another, field. Because ho sakta hai someone did biotech and then came up with a brilliant artificial intelligence needed for the medical fraternity. Doctors are buying it, hospitals are buying it. Is a great businessman or a woman. Kiran Mazumdar opened her own pharmaceutical company, right? And she's in the Forbes. Her pharmaceutical company is also किसको टक्कर दे रहा है? बड़े-बड़े drug pharmaceutical companies in USA, which actually make it a business, right? So I think that that's what I'm saying. She explored that, and she not only explored that, she also helped us to realize, us generation to realize that it is not the end. We can do so many things. We can do so many great things, right? By a choice of being happy, by a choice of giving 100% energy to what we really like. And in case you are confused, it's good that you're confused. You're confused, matlab, you guys can try different things. You're very young. And by the way, let me tell you, there's a point where you are going to leave this planet. We all are going to, life is too short to think that anything's the end. And if you guys are going to be unhappy, let me tell you, unhappiness will come back to you. I am doing this video today, and I think 16th October is the date where your results might come out. I don't know. But after that more mop up round, counseling, this and that, उसमें बच्चा काफी, there is like a ठक 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 mind को मैंने experience किया है. But I was happy till my very best. I gave my 200% and I was like, okay, if I take another drop, I'm not going to be happy. I won't be able to do anything properly. I can't force myself to be happy, right? So that's what I knew, that I would settle for something other than MBBS, not settle for less. I don't know why people say that, oh my god, I am a champion, I don't settle for less. It is unfortunate कि उसको पता नहीं होता है कि there's nothing like less. You are right. It is nothing like Kiran Mazumdar right now is earning so much. She's a great businesswoman. She has a pharmaceutical company, but she's not a doctor. So did she settle for less? No. She helped India. She helped so many people in India. She's a philanthropist as well. That's what I'm telling each and every one of you. Yeah, break those shackles out there. Be an inspiration for the coming generation. And then you inspire one person, that person will inspire another, and it's a chain reaction. So we need to break this cycle of doctor, engineer, lawyer, और उसके नीचे जो भी वो उसके नीचे है सब कुछ, उसके नीचे कुछ नहीं है, उसके नीचे हमने और हमारे मन ने बनाया है, right? Humans are great in imaginating, right? They love imagination. We can make someone believe anything because we have the power of imagination. छोटी कहानी बड़ी बना देते हैं thanks to the news channels, because we have the power of imagination. We can make the other people believe in something that didn't exist. So yeah, BDS is not less than MBBS. Yeah, biotechnology is not less than MBBS. It is just that we have a vicious cycle going on where we think it's the only three things. So it is nothing like that. So whatever I've told you about right now, you guys can go search about different career options. try to look for a more happy and a vibrant lifestyle rather than sad and depressing and be like, this is the only one thing, this and that. Nothing like that, right? So that every day you wake up, that day you're excited to be, live that day. I have been in a phase where I was not excited to live, and I don't think that I deserved to feel like that because I was too young. And no one at any age deserves to feel कि life बोझ है, because I don't think है. कभी कभार ठीक है, but not always. It should not be a cycle, because if you're depressed, you're going to end up being more depressed, and then this it will be a downward spiral since then. So that's what I'm trying to say through this video, is to keep your mind open. There's nothing less than anything. If you give it 100% of your energy, time, and sweat, it's going to be more beautiful than what you imagined it to be. So dare to think different. Do not be chained to the rhythm, please. It's not always possible, but try to do that. Break the shackles, break the vicious cycle, help the generation, and help India as well. If someone really realizes the importance of biotechnology, maybe there are going to be better institutes set up for that, and maybe there's going to be more competition for that as well. The fact that there's more competition for MBBS, it makes us look that it is super, super important. It is important, I'm not saying it isn't. But the way people put life and death on that one course, on that 3-hour exam, is not worth it. It is just not worth it. And I feel that everyone should be content, and everyone should, wake up with a good feeling in their heart. So that's what I have to say. I hope that you guys keep your minds open. I hope that you guys get the best of what you deserve in life and future, and right now as well. Again, do not, again, I want to also make one more announcement before I go. Hopefully power cuts होते रहेंगे because of apparently it's rainy season. There has been frequent power cuts, जिससे मुझे आपसे बात कर, there are rescheduling of classes on Unacademy, and my students are furious. I understand that, I really do, and I apologize for that again. तो एक बात बोलना है कि कल साढ़े 11 बजे सुबह मेरी अनअकैडमी पे क्लास है, ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री की, ठीक है? तो आ जाना, पता है? If you guys want to just chill and study, I make my sessions very interesting. There's always a story at the end. I'll keep you motivated. I'll provide you with concepts and MCQs. So don't forget to tune in to my Unacademy channel. All the what do you call? All the description is in the box. Everything, the links and stuff, and my code you guys can use Vasundhara RS7 for 10% discount for plus courses in case you guys are planning to take a drop. So yeah, do join me on Unacademy tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Don't forget. And yeah, I just want you to, I'm going to say this again, stay as positive as you can, because the more positive you stay, the better luck you have. Okay, let's talk about luck. The better luck you have. So I'm signing off. Do not forget to join my class tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. on Unacademy. Right, I'm teaching organic chemistry from start, and it's going to be super interesting. Okay, guys, I love each and every one of you, and I support you with you and your decisions, but do not take the shortcut. Anything that you do, try to give it your best. Okay, take as many breaks as you can, but try to give your best. और मैंने ड्रॉप इसलिए लिया था बिकॉज मेरे को थोड़ा डाउट था कि मैंने अपना 100% नहीं दिया है, बट सेकेंड ड्रॉप के बाद मैंने नहीं लिया था. आई प्लान नॉट टू टेक अनदर ड्रॉप बिकॉज आई न्यू आई हैड गिवन माय 200% and I deserved a college. And if I didn't get a seat in my second drop, that means I can give this energy to something else. That is what I did. I took a drop because I had a feeling कि मैंने 100% नहीं दिया है. तो कहीं आप पे भी वो फीलिंग है तो आप ड्रॉप लीजिए. और एक और बात बोलनी है आपको कि इट डजेंट मैटर इफ यू हैव गॉटन 265 और -265. इट इज पॉसिबल टू गेट 720 आउट ऑफ 720 इवन इन 1 ईयर ड्रॉप. और अभी तो 1 साल नहीं बचे, कुछ ही महीने बचे हैं, उसमें भी अब पॉसिबल है, बिकॉज जो मेन पढ़ाई होती है वो 3 मंथ्स पहले होती है. So I want everyone to take a chill pill, have a positive attitude. I hope that this video helped. Try to share this video with as many people as you can who are depressed about their career and depressed about their life, because I don't think you guys are too young to be depressed. You guys are so talented. There's so much brain in India. You guys can make India vibrant again. I really, really believe in that. Trust me, I do. So I want more people to know. तो आप कोई देख रहे हो आपके दोस्त या कोई डिप्रेस्ड है about career, please tell them to watch this and let me know. Okay? You guys can message me on an academy as well for any career difficulties. I guys I can definitely help you out. I have been through this phase. I can talk from experience. Okay. Bye guys. I hope that you have a great day and don't forget to join my class tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Bye guys. See you.